Hello, and welcome to episode 118 of Movies and Us. I'm DJ,
And I'm Marcus.
and this is the review show that reviews genre movies from the beginning. What's the tagline? Sometimes.
All the time.
And today we are reviewing the pinnacle of superhero movies. This is why we started to do this podcast.
Is it a trilogy of these movies? No, it's 4 of them, right?
There's 4 of them. Well, this is technically a TV movie.
Are all of them TV movies?
I think the other ones are actually actual movies.
Oh, so that's the case. There's like a trilogy of them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, but we'll get to that in a moment as we cover the 2016 release of DC Superhero Girl Superhero High.
Yay!
You're gonna have to give me a minute to decipher the credits because they don't have it listed normally here. So the executive producer was Sam Register. It was produced by Jennifer Goyle and Paula Halfay. It was written by Shay Fontana, directed by Jennifer Coyle. Excuse me.
You're excused.
It stars Anais Fairweather. She doesn't have a link, which is surprising considering she's the star of this thing.
Is she a real person? Let's check. On her IMDb, her bubble is just a user icon. That's weird. Everyone else has a picture, but not her.
I don't know, maybe she doesn't like putting herself out there like that or whatever.
Yeah. I was trying to see what age she was, go see if that's a thing or not. But she was born in 84, so not a kid.
No, she's the same age as I am.
Yeah.
Alright, so Anais Fairweather, Greg Griffin, Tara Strong is brought back for this role for Harley Quinn because she played Harley Quinn before. So Mae Whitman, Tila Dune, Stephanie Shea, Ashley Eckstein, Mika Futterman, Josh Keaton, Tanea Gonna Die, Fred Sorry.
Tanina Gonna Die. You gonna die. That's a great name. Gonna Die. No, probably Gonna Die. Maybe.
Fred Tessore, April Stewart, Missy Lee, Helen Slater, Tom Kenny, which is SpongeBob, and Hayden Walsh. There's a lot of female names in there. So, I guess we'll do the behind the scenes stuff. There is no behind the scenes stuff because the Wikipedia page is like a page, if that.
Not even, like 2 paragraphs.
Yeah, so I guess I could say it was released on. It's a TV movie released on like Boomerang and Cartoon Network and stuff. It's not an actual movie, and we can say that because you can't get this movie legitimately.
No,
I tried to buy it. I couldn't find a physical copy anywhere.
Wait,
you couldn't find it on any streaming site.
Nope.
So we had to kind of go get it through a little legitimate means. So.
Oh no, I don't think the website we used was illegitimate, right? I mean, clearly the video we saw was a screen recording of what it was on.
It was completely ripped from Cartoon Network. So.
Yes, like it had all the Cartoon Network logos and
so
whoever they're sponsoring.
I don't know. I don't know.
This website isn't bad, right?
I don't know
I mean, we're not going to name it just in case.
We're not downloading anything. We're streaming it from a site.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was the behind the scenes because that little rant.
Yeah, the behind the scenes is like, yeah, go pirate things, people.
Well, no, the moral of the story is make physical copies of stuff.
I think you're making junk that's bad for the environment and shit. And,
no,
streaming is kind of good for the environment.
No, it's because they don't want you to own anything. They want you to continue. Companies just want you to keep forking out money month after month for their garbage and without you having any say in the ownership of it. So,
of course. But from a hippie standpoint, you could say streaming is somewhat more green than producing crap that's going to be disposed of to a landfill.
Is it though?
I would think so, yeah.
You don't know what resources that are needed to go into that.
I'm willing to bet there's more resources put into mass producing a product.
Oh, it's definitely easier. But you would say the same thing about like something like Bitcoin, but that hurts the environment.
No, it does. Yes, definitely. But I'm saying more stuff goes into making a physical thing, whereas a streaming.
I'm sorry, the physical thing it's been being made for hundreds of years now.
Yes,
so
that's not a good way to say that argument though. Like you're saying, well, since we always done this thing, it shouldn't be undone.
No, I'm saying physical objects. Okay, it's like saying we don't need to make books anymore because it's easier just to read everything online.
I agree. But from the hippie standpoint of late stage capitalism is they like to produce, they like to over make things in such an abundance. Like, we'll make 10 million copies, even though 2 million people are going to buy this thing.
So we should
And
just
so
not
8
own
million
it.
things are going to be thrown into a fucking landfill.
So we should not own it. So we shouldn't own anything. We should have to rent everything.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying from a standpoint, you could argue that
you could argue, but you could argue that because of that mentality that you don't own anything anymore.
Not to no, I think they should not overproduce things. That's all I'm saying.
That doesn't mean they shouldn't make it.
They should. Yeah, I agree. But like, I definitely can see the argument why you could argue why, like, you know, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't have a fucking like. I've obviously on your side, but a point can be made is saying like, you know, we don't need things all the time. Do we really need a copy of this out on the DVD in the world, TJ? No.
Yes.
This does not need to exist in the. No, TJ, come on.
Yes, that way I didn't have to find it on an obscure website and freaking do it that way.
Yeah, I'm just saying, not everything needs to be mass produced to the extent of just, you know, being made.
You're wrong.
That being said, I do like physical copies.
You're wrong. We'll just leave it at that.
You're just butthurt because you're an old school man.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just right.
No, we're both right.
No, I'm right.
It's not black and white. It's like there's a gray area to everything. And I think this is a gray area.
And the gray area is that I'm right and you're wrong.
Exactly.
That's the gray.
You're just stubborn that you lost this argument.
I did not lose this argument.
You did.
I did not lose this argument. You literally are on my side. How did I lose
I am on your side, yes, but I'm saying there's a reason why I could see why someone would argue the other way. And I could definitely like bend a knee to that. Like, okay,
people can take the opposite side of all things. It's not a hard thing to do. I can see the other side in every argument.
Yeah, but like at the same time, like, you don't have to produce everything physically. So like, okay, I'm fine with that.
But if you don't produce it physically, there's no way to own it.
Yeah, but do you have to own everything, TJ?
It's like saying you don't have to produce chairs. If you don't produce chairs, then there's no fucking chairs.
It's a different thing.
And it's not a different thing. You're saying you don't have to produce everything.
You don't.
You do.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Simple as that, right? Just because you can clone a dinosaur, make a dinosaur park, doesn't mean you should clone a dinosaur, make a dinosaur park. Like, okay, we can do this. How about we just not do it and kill people?
You have to do it in order to prove that you can.
Yeah, but that's how you get atomic bombs made. And it's like, okay.
But if you don't do that, then science doesn't progress.
I agree, but science is more important than a fucking animated movie being made, TJ, and like possibly getting paid.
But my point is, if you don't do it, then it doesn't get done.
Yes, that's factual. That's very that's literally our ending phrase right there. Like, you're not wrong.
Let's move on from this argument. This is a stupid argument.
Oh my god!
Even though why we're arguing, we're on the same side of it.
I'm just hypothetically on the other side, that's all.
I know you're hypothetically just being you right now.
Yeah, but I do prefer having physical media, of course. But, like, I don't like clutter, so you don't have to produce shit. That's all I'm saying. It's
not clutter if you just buy a fucking shelf.
Yes, it is, TJ.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, do we need shelves for shit in your house all the time? Maybe just get the declutter and get rid of those shelves of shit sometimes.
So what, you just want to have big, open, empty areas?
If you're a minimalist, yeah, go for it. Remember, everyone has their own thing, man.
I'm just saying, an empty area, something should be in that area.
Oh, God, no. I'm the complete opposite. Give me less shit. Like, I'm surrounded by shit in my room right now. Every day I get the urge to just throw everything away. But there's a piece of me that has some sentimental value to every piece for some reason, because humans and shit. But the less, the better.
That's what empty space is for, to be filled.
No. God, no. Maybe filled with, like, a painting. Like, I could paint the wall or something, sure. But I don't need to put something on that wall in front of the wall.
That's fine.
Too much crap.
Even if it's a painting, at least that's something.
Yeah. Also, I'm fine with blank space. It's serenity. It's calming. It's soothing.
No, it's just empty.
Exactly. It's perfect.
No.
It's untampered with. It can't get messed up. It's great.
No, you're wrong.
Just two different viewpoints. Do you make your bed up every morning?
No.
See? Yeah, I do. Just two different viewpoints. Two different people. You don't make your bed up?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Why? Why would I make my bed up?
What is wrong with you? Because you make it up so you get back home. You can see, like, oh, great, an inviting, welcoming bed that's in order. You can lay down comfortably in it, get wrapped up.
Am I in the fucking military? Why do I need this?
Why would you not? So you just get out of bed and leave it just shovel?
Yes.
Oh my God. Do you just put the pillows back in a certain spot, or they just
no?
Wow, that is awful.
It's a bed. You go to sleep in it, you wake up, you get out of it, and then you go back into it at the end of the night.
Oh my God, I couldn't. I do that when I'm in a rush, but when I get back home, I see it like all dismantled. Like, what have I done?
No. You are like,
I like order. I like order. Everything has a place. It's balance for the universe. It's great.
nope. I am all about disorder.
No, thank you. That being said, I do like chaos. Like, why are we doing this? Let's go back to the review.
Yep. I don't know why you keep extending this podcast longer than it has to be. Yeah, but we didn't even hit the box office yet.
The box office is going to be quick.
So, what's next? Box office.
Box office. Since you didn't say any numbers, I guess we got to go.
Because we don't have any numbers.
Yeah. So, last time I started low was for, what was that last review we did? Not Deadpool. The one before that was Batman Bad Blood. Yeah. So, this week, we are going to start at number 61. And we're going to go to 61 to 51, because why not? At number 61, we have $145 million is Time Raiders.
Why are you making it out of order like that?
Because last time we did 71 to 60. No, last time we did 71 to 61. So
no.
Yeah, I know because I had to listen to the last review. To like, where the hell did I start off last time? Remember, 71's Purge election year, then The Shallows.
We didn't do 60?
60 is Lights Out. I don't remember if we did that or not. We probably did. I don't recall.
So I'm pretty sure it was 71 to 60.
Probably. At number 60 with $148 million was Lights Out. It's a horror movie about a thing that goes bump in the night when lights are out. Very self-explanatory. At number 59, we have The Accountant. That stars Ben Affleck, I think.
I don't know.
He's a mentally challenged person.
It's about an accountant.
Yeah. It's about a math savant uncooks the books for a new client. The treasury department closes in on his activities, and the body count starts to rise.
So it's a modern-day version of Rain Man.
Yes, but with blood and gore and killing. At number 58, we have another horror film called Don't Breathe with $157 million.
You kind of have to breathe.
It's about a thief who breaks into a blind man's house to steal from him, I think, and things happen. It's supposed to be good, but they made a sequel, which wasn't as good, but yeah. Speaking of sequels, we have...
I think I've seen the trailer for that movie.
Yeah, it looked cool. I didn't watch it, but speaking of sequels, with $162 million at number 57, we have Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
To where?
Going back. You can't go back, man.
Back to where?
Back, don't go back. This is based off the book series, obviously, with the whole Jack Reacher series.
Never saw it.
I've seen the first one with Tom Cruise. It's solid. Not the first one, but the one with Tom Cruise is solid. But enough to that. Let's go to a remake. Number 56 with $162.3 million. We have The Magnificent Seven.
I don't think I've seen the original.
I've always wanted to, just never got around to it. And the original is a remake of Seven Samurai.
But isn't The Magnificent Seven a Western?
Yes. And The Magnificent Seven Samurai is a samurai movie. Yeah. But yeah.
I guess that's what they steal from samurai movies all the time.
Yes, that's why they go hand in hand. That's why Star Wars does so well. But yes, Magnificent Seven. If you don't know what that is, go look it up and read it and watch it and stuff. At number 55.
Wait, what's the one with what's his name? Kurt Russell? It's like Doc Holliday, and I think it's the Earps. Not Tombstone, the other one.
Unforgiven. Yes, that's a good
I thought that was that one for some reason for a moment.
I thought Magnificent Seven was...
Yeah, Unforgiven.
I mean, it's a Western, so they're pretty much all the same.
I don't know. I think we talked about this before. Did you ever see Young Guns?
Well, a little bit.
Huh?
Yeah. You're so good, TJ. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of Young Guns. There's two of them, right? I believe.
Yeah. Good. They're good with modern... 80s modern Westerns.
At number 55 for $164 million, we have... Oh, I skipped one. No, I didn't. Where the fuck? How did I get up there? Yeah. Okay, number 55 for $164 million, we have The Huntsman, Winter's War.
Wait, what?
The Huntsman, Winter's War.
Does that mean that's a sequel?
Yes.
Wait, what's The Huntsman?
I think...
Because it sounds like The Huntsman from Fairy Tale.
Yes. It's... I think the first one was about... Hold on. It's about Beauty and the Beast, not Beauty and the Beast.
It's either...
Okay, so the first one was Snow White. And
I was about to say, it was either Snow White or Red Riding Hood. So.
It was Snow White. And so this one is the sequel. It stars Chris Hemsworth, Jessica Chastain. And,
I don't know how they... I guess they could turn anything into here. But the Huntsman was... I mean, he wasn't a bad guy, but he worked for the evil queen and tried to kill Snow White or let Snow White go. So, depending on what
Eric and fellow warrior Sarah, raised as a member of the Ice Queen Freya's army, try to conceal their forbidden love as they fight to survive the wicked intentions of both Freya and her sister Ravina.
Oh, they did the Ice Queen. They combine a bunch of fairy tales together. There is what it sounds like.
Yes, TJ, yes. And I get it's free lore, It looks interesting. It's got a decent rating. Yeah.
The
It's set
Ice
during that
Queen's
time period.
The Ice Queen's always portrayed as the evil one in the fairy tales, in all these fairy tale stories up until Frozen.
It's because she's got a heart cold as ice. Well, what came out that year? So we're in the superhero phase. So I guess that's like after Harry Potter was done, right? The young adult stuff. So that's them still trying to cash in on some kind of young adult stuff. But
I don't know, but there was a big period of time of like fairy tales, like Brothers Grimm and
yeah, but they weren't
Giant Slayers
successful.
and
I never saw those as successful films. Again, they were
no, but there was a slew of them.
Yeah, I know there were, but I think it was just like Harry Potter did well, Percy Jackson did okay, Hunger Games, all that kind of stuff. Fairy tales. There's free IP. We can all cash in on that shit. And then comic books came out. Like, I guess we can do fairy tales now. But
well, no, because they've been releasing every year with the comic book stuff.
Yeah,
they just couldn't compete.
Yeah, they're at 55 compared to number 1, which was, and we were going to review later. So it's just like, they're not making the money.
No, but they kept making them.
They did. And it's probably to hold on to some kind of right.
And you know what? There's no rights. Everything's in the public domain.
Right.
But like, they probably made enough of a profit, and they were probably cheap to make.
True. Not paying the people properly and gouging it out, writer strike shit. At number 54, we have The Girl on the Train with $173 million.
That's going to be a boring movie if it's just a girl on the train.
A divorcee becomes entangled in a missing persons investigation.
I'm already asleep.
Yep, in a missing persons investigation that promises to send shockwaves throughout her life. That just sounds awful. Nothing to say about that one. At number 53 with $173.8 million, we have Operation Mekong. Holy crap, that's a paragraph. Okay. Operation Mekong. Mekong. Inspired by the true story known as the Mekong Massacre, 2 Chinese commercial vessels are ambushed while traveling down the Mekong River in the waters. I shouldn't make light of this. River and the waters of the Golden Triangle, one of the largest drug manufacturing regions in the world. 13 sailors are executed at gunpoint, and 900,000 methamphetamine pills are recovered at the scene. Upon discovery, the Chinese government immediately sends a band of elite narcotics officers led by Captain Zhao Gang, played by Zhang Hengyu, to the Golden Triangle to cover the truth behind the murders. T Fields, owner of Golden Triangle-based intelligence officer Fang Xinyu, played by Eddie Peng, joins the investigation. After it's discovered that the drugs seized on the Chinese ships have been planted by the henchmen of a notorious drug cartel leader named Nao Quar, the governments of Taiwan, Laos, Myanmar, and China launch a joint task force to apprehend the criminal. The road to justice is, however, paved with dangerous and deadly obstacles.
Oh, I'm sorry, I fell asleep.
Yeah, I was surprised how much they just told us there. It sounds cool.
I mean, I'm glad I held my jokes back.
Why?
I was just going to make fun of the name of it.
Yeah.
Is this a Chinese-based movie?
I think so.
It does sound a little propagandy, though.
Yeah. I kind of want to watch it, though, but it's 2 hours long. I'm going to put that on my list. I'm adding it to my list, TJ. This is why my list gets too long. It looks pretty good. It looks like a Rambo-esque kind of film, and I'm down for it. But it also looks like a Steven Seagal film.
Well, the early Steven Seagal stuff was good.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's like, oh, I'm kind of interested in this. I'm going to watch the shit out of this. At number 52, with $179 million, we have...
I don't have a list in front of me, so I can't help you. I'm surprised. I like to be surprised when this comes up.
All right, that's fair. Alliance? Allegiant.
Allegiance. Oh, wait, no.
Allegiant, I guess.
Allegiant.
I've never seen that word. I've seen allegiance, but never seen allegiance. Huh. After the earth-shattering let me say it again. After the earth-shattering revelations of Insurgent, is this a fucking series?
Isn't Insurgent based on a book?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the sequel to it. Okay, Trish. Okay. Wow, this is really bad. Holy shit, number 50-something. Trish must escape the floor beyond the wall that encircles Chicago to finally discover the shocking truth of the world around them. The does any of that mean?
It's another one of those Hunger Game things.
No, it's one of those ripoffs.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
it was one of those Hunger Game ones. Yeah. one of those knockoffs of the Hunger Games.
Oh shit! Wow. Whatever, I don't care. So yeah, that's really bad at number 52. That's not good. And at number 51, we have. I guess I'll do one more after this one. At number 51, with $180 million, we have Hacksaw Ridge.
Are they hacksaw on a ridge?
Well, it's based on a World War II American World War II American Army medic Desmond T. Doss, serving during the Battle of Okinawa. He refused to kill people and become the first man in American history to receive the Medal of Honor without firing a shot.
Interesting.
And if I recall correctly, that was directed by Mel Gibson.
Interesting, but there's 1,000 World War II movies now. They're running out of things to tell.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be really good. And
I didn't say it wasn't. Just saying, there's 1,000 of those movies that are fantastic. So
I love World War II films. The old dad in me loves them. And with $181 million at number 50, we have From Vegas to Macau 3.
Okay, don't know what that is.
I'm not reading all that. I just did that. Whatever, I'm doing it. Ken is holding a wedding ceremony in Macau for her daughter.
Where's Macau?
I know. Middle East, I guess Europe, Africa. That's what it was loose. That looks like Macau, Macau, somewhere over there.
Never heard of it, and I'm pretty good with my geography.
I've heard of it. I don't know. I never knew where it was. New Zealand, Malaysia, probably not Malaysia. Yeah, Ken is holding a wedding ceremony in Macau for her daughter. Jesus Christ, Rainbow, who is marrying. Ken is holding a wedding ceremony in Macau for her daughter, Rainbow, who was marrying his protege, Vincent. Sure. Ken's best buddies, Vic and Mark. So Ken's a guy.
Yeah.
So Ken is holding a wedding ceremony in Macau for her daughter, so it should be his daughter, Rainbow, who is marrying his protege, Vincent. Okay. Ken's best buddies, Vic and Mark, are invited to the wedding. On the wedding day itself, Mark receives a phone call I'm sorry we're doing this. Mark receives a phone call from Michael Chen, who warns him that a mysterious tycoon has hired mercenaries to assassinate Ken. The wedding is then sabotaged while Ken and Mark are accused to have engulfed DOA's illicit money. Once again, Ken and Mark are being chased by assassins, and Michael arrives to rescue the guys along with the help of Faye, Ko Chun's niece.
Why does everything always end up with assassins chasing people?
It's because it's fun and entertaining. You can kill assassins and not feel bad.
This is supposed to starts out as like a romantic comedy, and then all of a sudden there's assassins.
It's like the fact that it's the third one. I wonder what the first two are about.
Oh, that was the third one?
Yeah, from Vegas to Macau 3.
Oh,
yeah, okay. 3 of these damn things. Holy shit. But yeah, that's the 2016 box office, 60 to 70 or 70 to 60, whatever it was. Back to you, TJ. The first one's called The Man from Macau. The second one is From Vegas to Macau 2.
Okay. Macau at? Like how he throws it to me, and he's still harping on the box office here.
Oh, it's in China. Macau, spelled differently. Officially the Macau Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China. China. It's a seating and special administrative region in China. Really great. It's been amazing. In the Western Pearl River Delta by the South China Sea. With a population of about, that's it, 608,000 people in an area of 32.9 kilometers squared. It is the most densely populated region in the world. That sounds awful.
This is why I didn't move on, because I knew you were going to do all this.
Right. The most densely populated area. I would kill myself. God. Back to you, TJ.
Are you sure?
Good guy. Great guy. I would definitely have him on my VP. He will help me turn over elections, and there'll be no mess.
Sure. Are you okay today? It seems like they have a lot of issues going on today.
I was just tired. I was up all night not partying, just doing nerd stuff with my friends, like I told you. I just have like very little sleep, and I have like so much caffeine in my system.
Okay.
Goddamn much.
Anyway, we are covering DC Superhero Girl Super High.
Yeah.
I have no trailers because we already discussed all that. So, this movie is a movie. It opens like a TV show with like credits and a song. Because I do think this is like takes place after the first season of the show.
Oh, that makes sense.
If I read correctly.
Did you ever watch the show?
No.
Oh, it's a pretty solid show.
This is what I've read.
Yeah, it's just taking place after the first season. It was created to promise the new DC Superhero Girls franchise. Oh, sorry, to promote the new DC. I can't read it.
Yeah, so. And it is exactly what the title advertises.
Yes, it knows its audience.
Except there's a few token boys in there for reasons. I don't know why Beast Boy's a part of everything, but...
He's the fun Teen Titan.
I never liked Beast Boy.
Why not?
I always found him boring.
Really?
Yeah, he's like tries to be funny and he's not funny, and his powers are boring.
I'm sorry, what? What's boring about turning into an animal?
It's boring because he never really gets creative with it. He uses the same stuff over and over again.
Well, that's a Green Lantern argument, yeah. It's like there's a plethora of creatures to turn into. You can turn into a T-Rex, a gorilla, and a pterodactyl sometimes.
No, it's not fine. It's fine that he turns into those things, but that's all he ever turns into.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can turn into any creature.
Yeah, and it's like, well, okay, you're not really thinking this through, so it's just like, and it's been kind of the status quo that they don't really use his abilities very imaginatively, which means he's not very imaginative.
Well, no, which to be fair though, he is a dumb kid, right? I'm the little teenage boy kid guy.
No, that's a bad argument. Dumb kid.
But my main argument is if he picks like he's got his tried and true. Here's my heavy animals to do heavy hitting things. Here's my elusive animals. Why would I need more than that? So like I get why you would have your
No,
top
that's
animals.
a dumb argument because even a dumb kid has an active imagination and they can create animals that they can come up with and turn into.
Is that part of his rule set to create a new creature, or can you only mimic real life animals or animals that have existed?
Well, I think it's any animal he's seen.
Yeah, so he can't just make up like a monkey that flies.
But if he draws it, he sees it.
But maybe like he needs like it needs to have the body of a true animal, the anatomy of a true animal.
No, because he's turned into aliens and shit before.
Has it? No, I've never seen that.
In comics, he has.
Well, in comics, yeah. But I'm saying in the visual media, he probably has a set of like only real things.
Well, that's only no. It's what's cheap to make.
Well, that too. But yeah. I do find him boring too, but it's like I can see why he'd be me playing devil's advocate. I can see why he picks the same 5 animals.
Yeah, because the creators are boring.
I don't think it's boring. It's just like
no imagination.
That's every superhero thing because they all have those same combo punches and things like the ice people always do the same basic 5 ice moves and shit like that. Like
Okay, that makes more sense.
What?
He can become whatever animal is a part of that planet's biosphere.
You see, that makes sense.
So when he visits another planet, he can tap into that planet's biosphere.
Okay.
Which still doesn't make any sense because Superman has an alien zoo, which is part of Earth now, so they're a part of that biosphere.
No, because I guess they didn't originate from it.
That doesn't say originate. You don't even know how the red and the green work.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
The red Beast Boy versions and the green versions of that shit?
Nope.
Yeah, because no one cares, TJ.
No, it's part of the lore. So when he visits another planet, he can tap into the red of that planet to transform into the planet's forms.
Okay.
You don't know what any of that is. Yeah. So essentially, the green is all plant life, which is like the red is all animal life, and then there's the gray, which is all decay and stuff like that. So when you become part of that and on the planet, you tap into that. So he should be able to tap into any animal that's on the planet, including the animals in Superman Zoo.
No, because those animals.
You can't argue me because you don't know how it works.
What I'm saying, the shit you just told me, those animals aren't part of our biosphere, like you said. They are not.
It is.
They're not free roaming. They're not free roaming. They're still in Superman's bullshit area, which is probably separate.
Superman's his Fortress of Solitude is Earth.
Yeah, but he probably has it segregated somehow. And so maybe he has them. Maybe
why would he segregate it?
Maybe
why would he segregate it to not let Beast Boy can't transform into his animals?
No, not at all. Maybe he's trying to be like conservative, like I'll bring them to this planet for now until I find a home for them elsewhere. But while they're on this planet, I don't want them to become invasive to this planet and overtaking this planet or doing anything, having harm being done to the planet or the planet doing harm to them. So him being a good superhero Boy Scout that he is, I'll make it so that they're on this planet, but they're not anything up on this planet.
That doesn't mean that's not how it works. If you're on the planet, you're part of the biosphere, which means you're a part of the red.
Nah. So you're saying he could turn into like Martian Manhunter and like those kind of creatures.
Martian Manhunter is not an animal.
Humans are animals, are we not?
Yeah, but that's not how it's defined.
But if you're on the planet, you're part of the biosphere, right? So now you can have your semantics, but I can't have my semantics.
You're right.
Come on, TJ. Come on.
He could transform into the Martian Manhunter, yes.
There we go. All right, so that should be the logic. He turn into anything and anybody he wants to, right?
Well, no, because he doesn't. He can only transform into animals, right?
Yeah.
So he can transform into his human form.
Okay.
And that's it. He can't transform. He can't look like other humans. That's a completely different power.
That's very completely different power. I agree.
So exactly.
But I feel it's just if you're native to this.
Well, your feelings are not relevant.
Well,
to this.
To the argument, like I feel like they meant like if it's native to the fucking Earth, that's what you could turn into.
That's not what it says.
TJ, biosphere, right? That's the term we're using. What's that? Define
Beast
that.
Boy can become whatever animal is part of the planet's biosphere.
What is biosphere?
It's the planet.
What's that mean, though? What's the definition of biosphere?
It means if it's on the planet.
No, probably. I'm going to look it up. Biosphere definition. Let me prove myself wrong real quick. The regions of the surface, atmosphere, and the hydrosphere of the Earth, or analogous parts of other planets occupied by living organisms. No idea what that means.
It means things that live on the planet.
Yeah, by that point, it could turn into bacterium and shit like that. Like, it could go microscopic. He could turn into a fucking ant? Like, come on.
No, because yeah, he could turn into an ant.
TJ, that's not an animal, though. It's a fucking insect. It's a different level of species.
It's part of the red.
TJ, that's ridiculous.
You don't know what. See, this is my whole point. You don't understand because you don't know.
Apparently, you don't understand either.
No, I do know because I read all those stupid comics. You know what this show has showed me? That I know way too much about DC lore.
Yes, you do.
I know way too much because I caught every reference. I knew every place that, like, in the Boom Tunes. Yeah, I bet you didn't know at least one of them.
See, I wasn't even paying attention to goddamn movies. I don't care.
So, like, I knew way too much, known too much about DC lore.
Yes, because you're a nerd. That's why we're doing this damn podcast.
So you want to
do this podcast.
Your argument is null and void. You can just defer to my knowledge.
No, not at all.
Yes.
That's not how the internet works, TJ. You've been on the internet?
No, not really.
Exactly.
I tend to stay off the internet.
Yes. I can argue anything I want, all I want, because I have just as much knowledge as you do in this internet argument.
Nope.
Yes. Anyways, Beast Boy can do whatever Beast Boy wants, apparently, for TJ's sake of happiness.
I'm just saying they're uncreative. They don't even use creative animals that are on this planet.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. They're very
that was all my argument was, and then you went all over this.
I was just defending Beast Boy a little bit. Like, I get why he does dumb things. That's all.
And I'm just saying he's boring, and I don't know why he's the token guy in this show.
Because who else would it be?
I mean, they have the Flash.
And who else? Come on. No one's pretty like Beast Boy. He's an animal, TJ.
And that's another thing. Why are all the girls kids and all the guys seem to be adults?
Because this is aimed for little girls.
I mean, Green Lantern is in there and Flash is in there, I guess.
Anyways, let's do this review, TJ.
So Supergirl is going to superhero high because apparently she just got on the planet like 4 weeks ago, and she could go to Korugar.
No, they just remade the Supergirl movie. They remade the part where remember how she comes crashing down to planet Earth and she goes to an all-girl school for some reason.
That was actually based on the comics at the time.
Terrible. This is pretty much the same thing.
No, it's really not.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
No, the school thing was just part of her secret identity.
For some reason.
Because when you come to Earth, you need a second identity.
Yeah, but for that movie, remember how dumb it was? Like, she's on a time limit to save a planet. She got jeopardized, and she's got time to do the school antics bullshit.
She was on a time limit?
Remember, she hit the spear out the planet, and the planet was dying because of her fault, and she had to fly out the lake to go get the spear back, and bring the spear back to help patch up the hole in the planet she's destroyed.
You remember that movie way more than I do.
Because I had her edit the goddamn thing. I was like, oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, but you read it how long ago?
A while back.
Yeah.
I just remember how dumb it was. Like, the movie's not that bad, but it's still really stupid.
That's not what this is.
I know. It's just equivalence, that's all. It's just like, oh, this happens in that movie too.
So Supergirl's going to superhero high instead of Korugar, which is a weird place to have a school. But then again, I don't know the rules to this universe.
See? No, you can't say that after just arguing why Beast Boy's lame. Because you're just so defined, like, I know the rules of Beast Boy, and like, 2 minutes later, I don't know the rules to this universe, guys. You can't do that. You can't do that. You gotta pick a lane, bro.
You know why I can do that? Because Beast Boy is the same in every incarnation. He is the same here as he is in Teen Titans, as he is in the comics, as he is in any other version that he's in. He's never changes. He has the same 4 stupid transformations, and that's all that happens. And I won that argument. Let's move on.
I'm right and you're wrong. That's how we're gonna end it.
Nope. We already ended it.
Damn it.
So yeah. Supergirl's going to superhero high instead of Korugar. Korugar is where Sinestro lives. That's his home planet. So
you nerd. You damn nerd.
I told you I knew everything.
God, this is probably your niche thing you're into then, huh?
Probably DC, the universal DC, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's popular, but I guess it's like how much you know makes it more niche. So, which I guess it could be like anything then, right? The more you know about something.
The thing is, though, is that like I don't study it. I just keep up with the comics every week that DC releases,
which could be a form of studying, though.
Yeah, but it's not like I'm going back and reading just Green Lantern or stuff like that. It's just I've read, just keep up with every release that they release.
Yes,
so that I get experience to all the lore.
Yes.
that is happening around. So even when it's a bad comic, I read it because it's there. So
Which is
like
more
I know,
than the average person, though, for sure.
yeah, I mean, well, I give it a chance even, and honestly, it's almost a continuity thing because it all ties together at some point. So it's like even if it's bad, it's like, ugh. But hey, I know where Kuwagar is. But like, but again, this world is weird because I don't know who the bad guys are and who aren't.
Yeah, honestly, that was throwing me for this episode, for this thing. Like, Amanda Waller, are you good? Are you bad?
Yeah.
It was a Grog. I was like, I don't know how I feel about you, buddy.
The one that really threw me is one of the students is Lady Shiva. Do you know who Lady Shiva is?
I know the name.
The world's greatest assassin.
Okay.
Like, she is a bad guy through and through. And she's like a student at Superhero High. Like, and her only powers are martial arts. And yet, Barbara Gordon's not a hero. And she is.
Yeah.
The rules don't make any sense. But
No.
it's for 10-year-old girls. So...
Which is weird. We got to judge on that curve. Like, we got to be really generous. Like, okay, they're making up for this people. And it's like, this is a competently done movie.
Yeah, for 10-year-old girls.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm examining it just from a pure DC fan's point of view. It's like, some of this stuff doesn't make sense. It's just odd choices that they're making. Like, Gorilla Grodd as a reformed vice principal.
Yes. I like it.
It's interesting, yeah. But it's just weird because they play him up to be a bad guy throughout the whole thing.
Yes.
And then at the end, he actually sacrifices himself. And it's like, what? Okay. And, like, the big plot is mind control with all the superhero kids. And they said they haven't figured out how to mind control apes yet. And I was like, why did they go that route? Gorilla Grodd is a telepath, one of the most powerful telepathics. And, they didn't even need that insult on monkeys in there. They could have just said, oh, he's too powerful of a telepath. We can't do it. Because that's literally Gorilla Grodd's thing, is like mind control and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a weird combination of stuff. And and like Superman's an adult, but Wonder Woman's a kid.
Yeah. It's like,
okay. And it's like, I guess they wanted Wonder Woman as like the mentor girl and for Supergirl to have a friend. But then they had the whole Barbara Gordon thing, which is interesting because they were kind of Supergirl and Barbara or Batgirl were kind of friends.
Yeah.
So it was interesting, but it's also like weird. But
I don't know like who made the decisions of what they did, but
the plot is standard and boring. And
yeah.
So in the moment they introduced Granny Goodness, I knew she was the bad guy because she's always the bad guy.
Yes.
So essentially, they have boom tubes in the school. I don't know why boom tubes are in the school, particularly.
Yeah, why would you have, of all the places to have that?
Like, yeah, I don't know why they're there, but they go to, what did they say? Kuwagar, Atlantis, Skarsgård, which is like fantasy times, like dinosaurs.
Who the hell's in Atlantis?
Aquaman. And Florida, because gotta take a peek at Florida.
I chuckled at that point. I was like, I think I want to go to Florida. I was like, God damn it.
And Apocalypse. And they locked up the boom tubes because Apocalypse evaded from the boom tubes, and now only Amanda Waller has access. And then the plot of the show is Supergirl training and someone trying to get into the boom tubes. And it turns out it's Granny Goodness who manipulates Supergirl to get in for her. And then, of course, they get evaded. Female Furies come. That for some reason, Superhero High has this giant amethyst that can mind control the kids. I don't know why they have that there, but But Supergirl convinces her friend Barbara Gordon, which is Batgirl, to become Batgirl and become a superhero with her instead of whatever. And, they stop the bad guys, save the day. And look, all the girls are all happy and going to school. So we can lead into the show.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's literally a tie-in to the show because I don't know if Supergirl was in the first season. Probably not, based on this. Or if she was, this was a prequel.
Whatever the case may be, I think this is a well-made movie for the show overall.
Honestly, this is a good introduction to the show. So I don't.
Yeah.
It's like because I feel like I got everything that I needed to know about this world through this.
Yeah, because it changed, like you said, it changes all the rules and like. We'll put these characters here, we put them other ones here, and make them like good guys, bad guys, whatever. But it's like it's serviceable, and they did it well. They set the rules up really fine, and it's like, oh,
right. And it is a superhero high school, so they're learning to control their abilities, and then they send them out to do superhero stuff and stuff like that.
No, you're good.
I was about to say, but even the choice of villains are weird. Like they have two Wonder Woman villains in this. Giganta, who's a villain Robin plays, but Cheetah's one of the classmates.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a mean girl, but
still a classmate nonetheless.
Yeah. So, and then for some reason we open up with them fighting Killer Croc. Yeah. Okay.
The first line I heard them say was, have you heard of skincare or whatever? Moisturizer?
Oh my God. The dialogue in this was so cringy.
I paused and I rolled and sighed really hard. Like, let me see who made this. Like, I feel like it's written by a lot of men. And like 2 guys read it and a female. It's like, I'm going to give this a benefit. But yeah, the dialogue is cringy. But again, it knows its audience, and I assume little girls were like, ha 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 ha. So it is what it is. This isn't a terrible movie.
Yeah, like there is some bad ones. Like, I think they used the bomb at one point in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here's an old criticism I have. Video games, no one plays video games to get high scores anymore.
No.
They don't. That's not how video games work anymore. So you need to stop that. It's garbage. You play a video game.
You could definitely tell, like, these are old Hollywood screenwriters writing this. But again, they did a good job of it. There are a few funny parts in it. A few things you're like, I can enjoy this movie. I kind of left me wanting, like, I kind of want to watch the show a little bit. Like, I don't want to dedicate myself to watching the show, but I could, like, have the show in the background, just, like, going in and out of it.
I think we'll get a better feel for the show when we get into those actual movies.
But how about you just watch the show, though?
Because I can barely get you to do this.
I kind of want to watch the show, though, TJ.
Go watch the show. No, I'm not stopping you.
But I only want to review it, though.
Okay, well, you can do that on your own.
TJ.
No one wants the review of the Superhero Girls.
It's sad. But yeah, so I guess, like, overall, how do you feel about this movie?
I think it's good for what it is.
Yes.
I mean, not particularly for me, but I mean, it's neat to see what they do with the characters. And it's like, it's one of those things where they establish their own world. So all lores in DC canon's thrown out the window. So it's just like, okay, what weird thing are we going to do with this character? You know? So it's like, it's interesting on that level from that, but it's not like, I felt the 40 minutes. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt like 20 minutes in, I'm like, this movie's only halfway done.
Yeah. I never checked the time, but as I was watching, I was like, "This is for me. I can see who this is for." But damn, it's feeling the length of this movie.
Yeah, so it's a little long, and especially if you did have to watch this on like Cartoon Network and there were commercials in it and shit. I don't know if I would have sat around.
I was just gonna say, the second the first commercial would have hit, like, changing this channel.
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter's sleeping. Great. Go back to like anything else I want to watch because I'm not watching this.
I don't think I would have finished it.
No, and this isn't like enough for me to get invested in. But it's still a surprisingly well made thing.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's good for what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not the worst movie we've watched by far. And I'm good.
I was gonna say, I think it's because we came in with such low expectations too.
Oh yeah, there is that, and I'm not mad that I watched it. I was always kind of interested in what it was once it was on the list. You know what I mean? It's kind of it kind of had that Batman mech one feel to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, let's go into this and see what this is about because it's probably going to be terrible, but it could be fun, kind of terrible, and it surprises. That one surprised us too. So.
Yeah. These newer animated movies are shocking us, huh?
Well, not the ones that you would think. Like the ones that are officially made by DC are freaking terrible sometimes. Like the last one that we covered was so bad, wasn't it? What was
Batman Bad Blood?
That was so bad.
And I think what usually the problem is because they get so overly convoluted and serious. These other ones are just like, yeah, we're selling a toy, we're selling a product, have fun with it, guys. Like, okay.
Yeah. But, like, I would rather watch this again than that Bad Blood movie.
Oh, all day. The first Batman mech one, I can watch that all day, too.
Yeah, like, it's, like...
Which is bizarre.
It's sad.
Very.
How bad the writers are for the animated series. How much man-children they are when they can't even get that right, when the people who are supposed to be writing for children are doing better than they are.
But again, I think it's because they're not, especially this, if they're not bogged down to following a certain comic arc or lore. It's like, just have fun. Yeah, simple concept. Let's not over-convolute this. Let's not get too meta or too self-referential or just like too inner feels. Just have fun. And I think that relieves a lot of pressure for people.
The problem is that argument really isn't sound because if they would just follow the story arcs that they decided to adapt, it would be much better than the garbage they come up with.
I would agree, but I think they're coming with the mindset of we gotta change something to keep people involved and entertained. Like we change just enough, we'll keep them on their toes to keep wanting more. But if they do that and they f up a whole character motivation or a whole twist or whatever they're gonna f up on,
or they just mess up the garbage. The story anyway. They just mess up the entire story because they put their garbage into it.
Yeah. Like they'll miss the whole message of this movie or story they were telling.
And there is some issues of them just adapting garbage storylines.
That too.
And if you give me a garbage storyline on top of the garbage writers you have hired here, then it's going to be garbage.
Well, okay. Now, well, this is written by one person, right?
Well, this is technically actually based off of a novel.
Yes, but based on character by that, written by. Okay, so it's written. Hold on.
It's based on a novel by Lisa Yee and written by Shea Fontana.
Okay, now go to Batman Bad Blood and how many writers were in that?
Written by. It's just screenplay because I don't have a written play.
I guess a screenplay.
I got one person.
Okay, I was going to say maybe because they usually have more writers, but I guess that's not the case.
No, it's because they have just a rotation of garbage writers at this time that don't know how to write actual good stories.
That's fair, I guess. Yeah. But this movie,
it's better than garbage.
Better than garbage, and I would honestly if it was on again, I wouldn't mind sitting through it. I wouldn't really put it on, but like if it's on, I'm like okay, it's on.
I'd have to be doing something else.
Yeah, that too. I
wouldn't give it my full attention.
No, never. It's not a full attention kind of movie.
But like again, but I don't have TV like that where I change channels. So everything that I watch is intentional.
That's fair.
You know.
Well, I was saying like if I was watching with someone or someone's kid had this on.
Yeah.
I would sit down and watch it with the kid, but like I'm gonna have my phone on too at the same time.
Yeah. Definitely had to be doing something else.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through something or like doing something. But yeah, what you gonna rate this movie, TJ? Or do you want me to rate it first for you?
You rate it first.
Okay. I'm maybe because it's just so short, I'm just being generous, but I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10.
Okay, I thought I was being a little harsh by giving it a 6. So.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. That's what I was leaning at.
No, I think 6 is just because it's a 5. It's just 5 is like an average. It's an okay movie. This is an okay movie, but it was fun enough for me to be like I could say recommend it to someone. So I'm just giving it a 6. But it's nothing higher than that in my opinion. Like even like grading on a scale of what it is. Like I've seen this comparably done better probably in other things. So I had to think, but
I don't know. I think it could be a 7 or 8 for a 10-year-old girl.
Yeah. If I was an audience member, probably a 7.
That's why I think I was being a little harsh by giving it a 6. But you know, because I think, and there's just something about giving little girls superhero media that's not cower to boys too.
Yes, and this isn't too like sexist and like too like downplaying girl level.
It's for girls, but there's not girly things in it. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's not pandering to girls.
Exactly, that's the word, pandering. Yes.
So it's still superheroes, and it got some strong female characters in there, and I think girls can get a kick out of it.
Yeah, you know what? That's what he said. I'll give this a 7. I would give this a 7. I'm giving it a 7.
Okay. Yeah.
So TJ's the sexist guy. He's giving it a 6. Ew. He's got cooties.
I had to convince you to give it a 7, but whatever.
No, cause I was going to be higher with it. But I was like, I don't want to go too high with this movie. But then I was like, that's just being biased for no reason. Because it is a good, solid film. Which is weird because like we just said, like we're giving these films higher ratings than other like notable quote unquote good ones.
Well, when you put effort in, it shows.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything else to say about this.
Yeah, it was a solid film. What's the tagline, TJ?
I don't know what you're talking about. Now that it's done, it's done.
That's not it.
What?
Now that we did it, it's done.